Alongside Graham DeLaet and Bob Weeks, guys. All eyes on Scottie Scheffler this week, coming off his 5th win of the season. My question to you, Graham, how far is the gap from Scheffler to the rest of the field?
It's pretty big. I mean, those 5 wins in his last 8 events and 2 second-place finishes in there as well. So, I mean, it's just absolute domination. He's so far out of reach on the money list, on the FedEx Cup point list, and it just seems like every single week he's there again every time you open up the app and look at the leaderboard.
And he just doesn't seem to have any weak parts of his game. You know, his putting strokes gained, not really that great, but it's not reflective of what he's done when he switched putters and got that putter working for him. And now you look and there's just nothing there that you can look and say, okay, he's got a weak proximity. He's got weak, off the tee. There's nothing there every single time he goes out. And I don't think we give him enough credit for how strong he is mentally as well. He's really seems to be calm out there. He seems to be in control, never seems to get flustered.
And we saw that at the PGA Championship, especially that Friday morning, going from a jail cell to shooting 66 in the second round. Now, we're here at Pinehurst. Graham, how do you think Scheffler's game suits here at Pinehurst?
Well, I mean, his game travels better than anybody else's in the world, but this golf course is so demanding every single area. I mean, you have to drive it well to keep it out of this native rough. You have to be able to control your iron shots coming into the greens. Distance control is so important, and quality contact, which obviously he's amazing at. And then around the greens, I mean, he's got one of the best imaginations, one of the best short games on tour. So really has every single aspect, and it almost seems like this now widens the gap for him coming to a golf course like this because it's so demanding every area of the game.
And I think you can look at statistically, I can back up what you were just saying. He is first in greens in regulation. He is first in proximity when he gets on the greens. And scrambling, he's 4th on the PGA Tour. So all those strengths that you're going to need around this kind of a golf course, they're just shining out of his resume.
And Scheffler does have 3 consecutive top 10s at the U.S. Open. How about Tiger Woods? At the PGA Championship, clearly didn't have his best stuff. So looking at this week, realistically, what should we be expecting from Tiger?
Well, I mean, this is an easier walk, which helps, but I mean, I feel like every time we come to a major now, we ask, like, what if, or could he possibly do it? And I mean, I think him playing 72 holes now is success for him, but it's disappointing because we obviously all want Tiger to play well, and I mean, he's the reason why purses are what they are, and all these guys are out playing golf. But I think that we might have seen the last time probably of him competing in a major championship.
I'd have to agree with that, and I think the one thing he's got going for him this week that'll help him is the heat. He likes that heat. That's going to keep his body warm, but he just doesn't have the reps. He hasn't played since the PGA Championship. He hasn't played before that since the Masters. He's just not getting enough out of his game to where he can feel comfortable standing over the golf.
Well, and there is a rhythm to playing professional golf. We've spoken about this before, and it's like if you're only playing once a month, it's just hard to kind of get back in that rhythm and find your game.
Well, one thing that is pretty awesome about Tiger Woods this week, his pseudo coach for the week here at Pinehurst, his son, Charlie.